Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee with SEC 150. I wanted to go ahead and go over the Gateway Lab number 2 because I actually accidentally recorded Gateway 1 over top of it, so I might have to redo it. So it's Lab 2, configuring DHCP on a Palo Alto VM50, but either a PA220, same configuration. Alright, so we're going to be configuring DHCP, testing DHCP, configuring DHCP client reservation, and configuring the firewall outside interface for DHCP. Alright. So here's your lab topology. I'm going to skip through some of this stuff. There's all your username, passwords, IP addresses. We're not using NDG, so we're actually using the VMs from Palo Alto. So a lot of this stuff, you're going to be able to skip through that. In Google Chrome, go to 192.168.1.254, which I'm already there because I had to redo this lab. This is the end of lab 1. Alright, got a virtual router set up. My two interfaces are set up on VR1. Let's see, interfaces right here. I got an outside interface. Actually, the security zone is wrong too. Fix that real quick. Alright, security zone is outside. Alright, because this is our outside interface, that IP address, security zone outside. Ethernet 1.2 is our inside interface. Security zone is inside. Alright, so that's no problem. Alright, so let's keep going. You guys will log in with the standard password. Alright, go to device setup operations. Actually, we're not going to be loading those snapshots since, like I was saying last time, the snapshots are not completed from Palo Alto yet. So that 210-Gateway Lab 2, I don't have those. But in case you're ever wondering though, device setup operations. Operations right there, load, name, configuration, snapshot. Here's all the ones we have. Alright. So cancel all that. Alright. Keep on going down. Alright, so we're going to start right here, and this is page 11. Alright, navigate to network, DHCP, and DHCP server. DHCP on the left column, DHCP right there, DHCP server, there we go. Move that over a little bit. Alright. So by adding a DHCP server to the firewall, clients behind the firewall will not have to configure IP addresses. All a client will need to do is plug in on the same network as its firewall, and they will receive an IP address automatically. So click on add right here at the bottom left. In the interface drop-down, select Ethernet 1.2. Alright, got that. And make sure this is mode enabled. Alright, in the lease radio button, we're going to do a timeout of 2 days. Click timeout, 2 days. Alright. In the IP pools, I'm going to click the add button. IP pools is right there on the bottom left. Alright. So we're going to do a 192.168.1.100 through 192.168.1.110. Alright. So we got that. And then select is run DHCP because the network that the client is connected to. So the client will receive the IP address automatically. We can specify a 2-day timeout, so the client will need to request a new IP address every 2 days in this example. Alright. On the options tab, click on the options tab. Alright. for the gateway right here, 192.168.1.1. It's going to be a /24, which is a 255.255.255.0 subnet mask. All right. Let's see. Okay. Google DNS for the primary DNS right here. 8.8.8.8. Whoops. Alright, got that. So it should look like this, which it does. Alright. So the gateway of 192.168.1.1 is the interface for the firewall. DHCP will send this to the client, so that the client will have the default gateway. The primary DNS server 8.8.8.8 is one of Google's DNS servers. DHCP will also send this information to the client, so that the client will have a DNS server. Alright, so cool, it does that automatically. Click OK button on the DHCP server window. So let's go ahead and let's try to move this a little bit. Alright, click right there. Alright, and we can see Ethernet 1.2, mode's enabled, release time's right, DNS is right, gateway is right, IP address pool, that's correct. And if you're actually giving out IP addresses, view allocation. Show DHCP server release is not an allowed keyword. Okay. Stretch this out just a little bit. All right. So if you had allocations, you had to click on there. Hopefully, I won't give that error for too much longer. All right, show DHCP server release is not an allowed keyword. Show DHCP server release is invalid. Okay, well, we'll keep going and see what happens. All right, so let's commit. All right, I paused it for a second, so your commit's going to take a little bit longer than that. All right, my commit's done. Hit close. All right, test DHCP. Run a command prompt on the PC, a client PC, by clicking on the command icon on the desktop. So let's go right here. Type in IP config. Does it IP config all? All right, so let's see. There's my IP address, subnet, default gateway, DNS server is itself. DHCP enabled, no. All right, so we see that that's not DHCP assigned. So click on the start menu. I don't do it like this, but I'll follow the directions. Start, control panel, network and sharing. Change adapter settings. Alright, right click this. Alright, go to IP version 4 or Internet Protocol version 4. Properties. Alright. Scrolling on down. Change the radio button to obtain an IP address automatically. Right there. And also obtain DNS server address automatically. Okay. Click OK. Click on close. Alright. Back to the command prompt, type IP config all and press enter. And if you do a arrow up, alright, your history already have IP config all saved. All right, so now DHCP enabled, yes, and it's assigned in 192.168.1.100 address, subnet mask, lease for 2 days, default gateway 192.168.1.1, DHCP server, same thing, DNS server. All right, so we know all that's correct. And it's been assigned through DHCP. All right, so let's scroll down. Record the MAC address, which the MAC address is the physical address right here. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and write down this IP, this MAC. All right, so I wrote down my MAC address. Let's see. Open the minimize Google Chrome web browser, which ours is already open. Right there. All right, go to network, DHCP server. Click on that server. All right. Click the add button under the reserve address field on the right here. All right, and we're going to put in 192.168.1.51. 51. All right, MAC address, which I wrote that down, 0-0-C-29-82-10-18. Oh, and like that, let's do dash. Oh. 00 dash. Let's do 000C 29821018. Valid MAC address. Okay. All right, so let's do this again. 192. Whoops. 168.1.2 R51, and our MAC address is 00:29:82:10:18. All right, it likes that. All right, we're good. Let's go back. All right. All right, go ahead and click OK. Click Commit. OK. All right. Just wait a second for this to commit. It's doing it pretty fast. All right, so let's open back up and make sure you're in your virtual machines too. All right. We're going to do ipconfig. All right. Space / we're going to release the current IP address. All right. Give it a second or two. It'll release this information. All right. And there it goes. All right. You can do the up arrow to get that ipconfig back, and the next command is going to be space / renew. All right. And hopefully it'll pick up that reserved IP address, since our computer is this MAC address and it's associating that IP address with the MAC address. And we'll see if it happens. All right, so cool, I got it. Got that, default gateway, default subnet mask, default gateway, all that good stuff. Alright, so it looks like right there. Alright. Configure the outside interface for DHCP. Now, more than likely, you in a business, I guess you'll probably have static IP addresses, but smaller businesses, and say if you're putting this in your house, you'll probably have a DHCP address that is assigned by your ISP. Now, I've got two interfaces, two separate ISPs at home, one Star, one CenturyLink. I have DHCP configured for both of my outside interfaces, so that's a possibility. You might have to do that sometime. Not too often, but larger business, like at school, definitely we have IP addresses. They're routable internet addresses that we'll have to configure, but they're all static. Alright, so let's see. Go to network interfaces, Ethernet. Let's close that down. Come on. Alright, network interfaces. We're going to Ethernet 1.1, which is our outside interface with our 203 interface, our IP address. Alright, IP right here. Alright, Dhcp Client. Alright, Dhcp Client allows the firewall interface to receive a dynamic IP address. Some ISPs will provide an IP address via DHCP. In those cases, the firewall will need to be configured to receive the dynamic IP address. Enabling the DHCP client on a firewall allows the firewall to receive a dynamic IP address. Alright, so it's set to get an IP address dynamically. Alright, and you can see right here it's actually set to a dynamic. Hit commit one more time. Click that again. Alright, we'll just wait for it to finish. Alright, so I sped it up a little bit. It finished. Now what we're going to do though, this will actually give us our DHCP information if we click on this link. Alright, and for whatever reason, the instructions say you're supposed to get a 203.0.113.51 or higher. We're getting an 203.0.13.21. That's fine though. Don't worry about that. Alright. All I need really is a screenshot of this right here. Get a screenshot of that. That's perfect. Alright. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys didn't have to watch the Gateway 1 lab over a couple times and figure out that Gateway 1 and Gateway 2 are the same, but I'll upload this to Facebook, or not Facebook, up to Yahoo. It's been a long day. I'll upload it to YouTube, and you guys can watch it. It's only about 18 minutes, so good luck, and thanks for watching.